Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Wait, let me move the camera. There. Well, hello. And this channel is I made it mainly because I wanted to document my journey as an illustrator. This is going to be the first completed book. Well, if I upload this and you're watching it, it's because it's completed. And right now, I just finished gathering all the information for the book that I want to make. That's going to be a pop-up book about insects. Right now I have 8 insects that I got information from. I'm going to show you how I gathered the information, what I have so far. So far it's just basic composition that I drew up. I'm going to show you the images in a minute and the information I gathered. And I'm going to video tape, it's going to be up here, everything else of how I make it, how the process is. So, well, see you in the next cutscene. I got all the stuff in here. Okay. I started with something else because I always start with something else. Doing the concept of something else that I was making, a comic that will never appear anywhere. And here, basic idea of how I'm going to make the cover. The first bug, it's going to be a butterfly, some information, planning on putting the bug in the middle, the butterfly in the middle, and have its wings flap. And I want to put when it's a larvae, when it's a worm, so it's going to inch across the page when you open and close the book. And more information about the butterfly. It's all insects that live in Argentina because I want it to be all bugs from where I'm from. Here is where I was deciding what bugs I wanted there to be. Originally I was planning on doing 10, but I think it's 8 right now. Because 10's already, 8 is a good number. 10 might be a little bit extra, so we're leaving it at 8. One water bug. Everything's in Spanish because I'm not going to be writing this in English because I'm not good at writing English. Well, here is chinche de agua. It's like I don't know what the English translation is. It's just like a little pool bug that bites people, but like it doesn't want to bite people because it doesn't eat people. It eats bugs. And well, here is I wanted that you can pull a string and the bug goes towards you. Haven't decided what language I'm going to do this in. I think it's going to be Spanish. Might translate it to English. At least to upload it. Might translate it in English. Have both versions. So you can decide which one you like. This one is Bicho Cuernito. It looks like a little rhinoceros. But it's a bug. It's like this big. I wanted it to, when you open the book, for the body to, it's the shape to be 3D. And since the males and the females look different, I'm going to have 2 photos of it different. Text here, map here. And here I wanted to put some images of the larvae. Information, ladybugs. I'm going to put like a little swirl in the middle that goes from page to page. And information, more information. Here's going to be cicadas. I wanted to make a wheel that when you spin it, and you get to see the different stages. You have to make this pointy so you can have some traction when you spin it. Oh no, I was going to put it here. Never mind. Here's going to be where you pass your finger and it spins the wheel. Cicadas, surprisingly, are a lot of species, and I couldn't find much about the specific species I was investigating, but I got something, and that's what it's going to be. Okay. Next one is going to be a vinchuca, which is an insect that's common in Argentina and South America, but it carries an illness called Chagas, so we try to get rid of that bug whenever we see it. So it has some information about where it is and how to get rid of it. Okay. And this one are about dragonflies. Here, the idea of the... I didn't explain the last one. This one's going to have like a little page inside where it's a warning in the cover, and then you flip it over and you can see the bug underneath. Okay, here's the dragonfly. I'm going to have the little dragonflies hanging from a little piece of paper that's going to like pop out of the page. Well, here is, some basic information about dragonflies. There apparently in English there is no translation, at least not that I found, for dragonfly. Well, two types of dragonflies. Ones are smaller, the others are bigger. In Spanish, we call them libélulas and aguaciles. Those are the two types. Aguaciles are bigger, the others are smaller. And here is of another one. These are both of the bigger type that I'm going to be showing. And here, I wanted to make like those cascades that are little cascade photos that you pull and the little photo starts flipping. I saw them on, not Instagram, on TikTok. In information, there's a lot of information about the second one because apparently they migrate all over the world, which I think is pretty cool. And also, they're different as males and females and different depending on the area of the world. Whoever investigated them was really dedicated, honestly. And yeah, this got a decent amount of that. And that's the last bug. Now I'm going to be trying to make something shorter of all this information because this is going to be for like 8-year-olds, like between 8 and 12, I imagine, are people who are going to be interested in this book. And right now, this is way too much information, and it has, scientific language that, it's annoying if you're learning how to read. At least I didn't like reading at that age. I think I'm going to make it in my phone. I'm going to read out the text, have it be, shorten it out digitally, and I'm going to show that footage here, but recording the screen of my phone. Okay, I'm back from the photocopy place. I passed all the information from the phone and the little paper that I showed you to a Word, but I came up with a little problem, which is that it doesn't fit all in one page. The original plan was to have one page, fold it in half, and have it on two halves, and divide the information like in the top or only in the bottom, or something like that. But it ended up being at least 2 pages. Right now, I think the pages are in this order, but the idea right now is I'm going to sew these 2 pieces together like this. 2 pieces are going to overlap, and I'm sewing them together like this. And it's going to be double the size, but that's good. That means I have more space for drawing. So, yep, I'm going to organize this, and I'm going to punch in the holes, and let's see how that turns out. I also have this big piece of cardboard. It's pretty big. It was pretty cheap, honestly. And I'm going to use it for the cover and the back of the book. It's 1 millimeter thick, and it's just regular cardboard. Just one-sided, normal, regular. Let me see if I can focus the lens. Well, it's at 1 millimeter thick cardboard. Okay, I have the page on the cardboard, and I'm going to cut it out with one side being the same length as the paper. The top and the bottom I'm leaving about 1 centimeter, which is half an inch. On both sides I'm going to leave half a centimeter. Yeah, I'm going to leave a centimeter, half an inch on both sides. Here, here, and here. there, every two centimeters, I'm making a little hole that goes through the paper and makes a mark on the cardboard, and then I'm gonna pass the little needle through the cardboard and 1 centimeter away from the edge of the paper. Then about 1 centimeter away from where I made the holes, I'm making a little line there. That is the mark where I'm going to bend the paper, the cutter, so it bends easier in that point. Where I'm going to bend the cardboard, so when you can actually open the book and it doesn't break. Mainly for that, so it has a clear point to where it opens. There you can see a little sneak peek of all the drawings that I made. It's just all with pencil, black and white, and just the outlines and lines inside. Then I'm going to paint it with acrylic, and there, it's a lot of bucks. It took me like a week or two to make almost. I used watercolor paper for everything because, as you're going to see in a little while, it's pretty water heavy because I wanted everything to blend and to look really light. So add a lot of water, and then the paint, a lot of water you paint. So like I like using acrylic like watercolors, so that's why it kind of has a watercolory effect, and that's why you really need that heavy duty paper. What I like the most about using acrylic paint instead of actual watercolors is that once you lay it down, you have to work fast, yes, but once you lay it down, it doesn't reactivate. So you don't have to worry about muddy colors as much. just like I did with the butterfly, I painted all the other insects that I drew. Some I outlined them. It was a lot easier to cut out later the ones that were outlined than the ones that weren't, but I kind of like better the simple look that they had before the outline. So now we're back. I finished a couple things. All butterflies and stuff already. Here I got the originals. Everything here out. Oops. Here I got all the originals. Cut them out, put them on the paper. Went to the photocopy place. Here are all the originals. You can see because there's the texture. That was all the originals. And then and then I got the photocopies. Here are the photocopies. And now I started cutting them out. They turned out a little bit lighter. You can't see it with the camera. The camera looks nice, but in real life, you can see that it's a lot lighter. Well, I'll cut it out and then I'll show you how everything looks. Okay, so I'm almost done with the last thing I need to cut out. I've been cutting these things for easily 3 hours. I've been using scissors, used the little X-Acto knife. Wait, let me show the blade. Been using this little thing. I used it to cut the plastic at some point, so it's not that sharp. Well, I've been using between that and the scissors. This might be the only one I make, just because I've been having to do the cutting and the painting and the photocopying. It's been a lot. So, almost done. Time to finish this and put everything together. Hello! It's been about a month since I started this project, and this is finally done. I got a basic cover with just title, insects from Argentina. Here, I did some sewing on the edges, just so everything stays in its place. And I'll show you inside. There's still some details that need to work out. This is prototype B. Prototype A was the first photocopy. This is a different photocopy. It has a couple of defects. Like you can see here in the word, in the A right there, there's a little line. There's a problem with the photocopy machine. And now you can see the pop-up features. Like some little words here that I did by hand that I'd prefer to have printed out. That's something I need to fix. Quite happy with this one. This one turned out more like I wanted it. Thinking of adding a couple more images in this one in particular because I feel like it's a bit empty. You got a little bit of spiral in here. This is the original. I'm gonna have to paint a new one. because I didn't scan this one in before I added it to the book. I'm gonna move the words around here, over here, because I feel there's also too much empty space there. Oops. I really like this page too. It's kind of hard to do with one hand, so bear with me. Yeah, you can see all the dragonflies. Need to change the material of these things too, because I did it all with just photocopy paper. Here I made a mistake and I put those little bugs down there. I'm going to put them up here next time. I'm going to make another video fixing with all the fixed mistakes and how I made this. And that's not going to have all these little problems. So you can photocopy it and you can make it yourself, but that's going to be for part 2. So now this is the final piece. Most of the paper mechanics, I don't know what's the correct word, I'm going to say mechanics, for this I found it on Pinterest, so yeah. Here is all the words and their meaning, all the more scientific words, because it's for kids, so they might not know all the words. And I'm not a fan either of how the placement for the actual images. They're all images from Wikipedia. So I'm going to move this around too. But overall, I'm really happy with how it turned out. My first book. Notes of things to fix. So yeah, that's how it turned out. My months-long project, well, like a month and a week. It's a good thing. I think I'm going to add this to my portfolio once it's done. Once I figure out the thing for it to be official. And I don't know. Maybe I'm going to try to sell it in an art fair or something. That will be in a future video. Well, thanks for watching. Bye bye.